And greetings everybody. Welcome back. I am Vorm, here to play some more Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. We made it! We finally made it. Oh, a laboratory. The fabled mythical laboratory science lab. With, you know, attached anthill. Or extra amusement. Ah, we'll leave that up. Man, it's warm here. Oh, I forgot to grab another water bottle. Vodka bottle, sorry, vodka. Oh. Basic archer's form. I love it. But I'm already a damn archer. Player. Edit player. Edit proficiencies. So, what does a boyer start with? What do we give a boyer? Expert? So there's something to work towards? Or does the boyer... Alright. Do you take them both, or does it just go from one to the other? I guess we'll do that. See, now we're... I guess I should give myself basic, too. I don't know. Is it going to double up bonuses, or is it just one overwrite the other? Blair. Edit me. Proficiencies. Alright, there we go. Basic archer's form, expert archer's form. So, if we look at the compound bow, minimum strength requirement's 9. That's because we got 2 points of bonus, one for each of those, and it went from 11 to 9 on high value. I'm guessing. That's my understanding. Got it. Okie doke. We're all set. That wouldn't have changed anything. Well, I think I had one occasion where I couldn't use the bow because I had some pain that dropped me from 11 to 10. Or 12 to 10. So, I remember it did come into play at some point. Okay, let's bring that back up again. Wait for a few more people to arrive so we can have conversations and, you know, dive into this silly lab. How's the bow treating your blind guy? Surprisingly, the blindness isn't affecting him in that way at all. We just can't read. Everything else is fine. I just can't read. So, I mean, that does cause problems. And it's amazing to me how few glasses there are in the world. I mean, I've been blind for a while. We've been to a lot of places, we've killed a lot of things. And I still don't have a pair of just reading glasses. I think somebody might need to take a look at glasses drop rates or something, or where they're spawning. The bow, or the world is just devoid of, you know, reading glasses. Optometrist office, please. Yeah, it needs to be attached to, like, the mega store. We need to have, like, Joe Bob's eyeglasses or optometrist office attached to the mega store. So, yeah, still an issue. I'm hopeful the lab, I remember finding glasses in the lab. I'm trying to remember if they were mostly sunglasses. But there's a lot of desks and, you know, not like we haven't been hitting them up anyway. But we'll see what happens. Okay, and I want to have some other conversations. I'm going to talk a little bit about the archery. We're going to play an imagination game about archery. But I'm going to wait a little bit till a few more people arrive. Then we'll fire that off. Oh, alright, looks like everything else is working. Notifications out. So, here we are. We finally found one. Which wasn't too far off of where we'd looked before. I mean, there's a necropolis that we had avoided. We went north, and then we kind of circled our way almost back to where we came from. This is where we originally were, one of the areas we had originally already explored. So we just caught sight of this one from this radio tower. And after this lab, we're probably going to be heading back, assuming we survive, west. This is a nice big city. We might be able to get around the outer edge, maybe. It'll probably have the forest cut back in and cut me off, but yeah, we'll see. Wormithrax, that's alright. Wormithrax is fine. You know, most people just shorten it to Vorm anymore. Vorm's fine. I answered Vorm. Or hey, big dumb streamer guy. Whichever. Welcome to our Monday kickoff. So we have two problems with the lab here. Want to see problem number one? There's problem number one. Yeah. Problem number two is that the stairs, the peak, when you peak stairs, they've broken something and now they're disjointed again. Where the area you peak to is different from the area where you arrive when you walk down the stairs, because the stairs aren't aligned. They know the problem is, and it's a longer term thing that needs to be fixed or changed, or old buildings that don't have aligned stairs need to basically be bulldozed or redone to make them align, but whatever. So when you peak stairs now, for labs in particular, is dangerous, because where you walk down is not going to be where you peaked. So we've got, we peeked down and saw everything clear, and we walked down right into one of the kennels, and there's several dogs waiting for us, including an acid one. So, good times, good times. But yeah, so if you're not aware, labs are, one of the variants of the labs, pretty high frequency, is it'll have an attached anthill nearby. The ants will only be on the first level. I want to say the first level, just like basements and houses near anthills where you'll see ants, but they won't be in the lower levels below that. So if we can find stairs down, hopefully this one's nice and deep. Good 5 levels down would be great. Give us some opportunities. And the second problem is with the ants, especially infesting the area. We're not a melee fighter. I have no armor. I have no real melee weapons or weapon skills. And the bow is useless against the ants, so we can't penetrate with the bow. So our primary weapon is not available. If I use the gun, we get the traditional fire a gun, all the ants within 10 miles come pouring at us when the sound system's working. Friday's episode was wonky. If you missed it, we had a lot of weirdness happening with enemy movements, with sound system, odd behaviors, inconsistencies. I don't know. I don't know if it's the game world or changes in experimental or what, but things have been a little weird. It is the wild, wild west of experimental build times. I mentioned it. We had the 0.f release, and post 0.f stable release, they're now flooding the experimental branch with just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of updates that got accumulated over a 6-month-long build-up period where they were holding content. It was all feature frozen for the stable release. So that's all now flooding in, and things are pretty wacky. So, yeah, big changes, little changes, things out of whack. But, so I'm not, it's expected. I'm not put out about it or anything, you know. You liked with the zombie, which thing did you like? Did you like the all zombies running east? Yeah, all zombies running east. I think they heard Smash Mouth was holding a concert back east, and they were all running to attend the concert. Yeah. I think I've only seen that happen 3 times. It's a really small number. I've seen it before, and it's been actually a long time since I last saw the behavior, so I don't know what causes it. I suspect it's something odd in the sound code where all of the enemies think they're hearing something to the east, and they all just run one direction. The last time I remember having it happen, it was west instead of east. But same thing. I mean, I was in a vehicle driving, and just for screen after screen after screen after screen after screen, everything I looked at or saw was running west then and east this most recent time. So, good times. Always fun. Nah, that kind of thing's not spoilery. I'm not worried about that one. Hey, zombie dog. Welcome back, buddy. You heard me yakking into the microphone. You decide to come over and visit, huh? I wonder why. I wonder what conditioning you are operating under that you have come to visit me right now. Zombie Dog has enhanced memory features. Formathrax talks to the microphone, and treats appear. All right, buddy. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about some things. I did update the experimental build, of course, as I always do. Oh, see, there we go. Playing into the stereotype, Ardent Drub. All right, let's reinforce this Pavlovian training process. There you go, buddy. You ready? You sure? All right, stop salivating on me. There you are. Oh, put that away. That's it for now, buddy. No, that is not a live camera. That is a recording. Too hard to keep a live camera on Zombie Dog. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a little drip bucket on the side of my chair here just to hold the slime accumulation when he comes over. Go sit by the fan again. It's hot up here. All right. Oh yeah, I was talking about I updated experimental build to the most recent build. I didn't see any chatter about any particularly broken stuff, so we're on the most recent build as of whenever, a few hours ago, I guess. I also updated the tile set again, so hey, let's go look at the map. I haven't looked in like a week and a half. Let's see how the map looks now. See what adventures have been done. Yes. Map. Ooh. Hey, a lot less nonsense. Look at that. Getting to a close to fairly workable state. Do we have directionality on houses yet? We do not. I still have no directionality on houses. I'm still not a fan of that, but look, a lot of the commercial buildings have got stuff. I can recognize that pool. I can recognize that garden. Fire station. Now, they're not as recognizable from a distance. I mean, from a distance, I would, from a high level, I'd be able on the ASCII map to know. This one, it's going to take a lot more looking in detail. So I am losing information access, which I'm never a fan of. I'm always, for these kinds of games especially, much more a fan of functionality over, you know, how pretty it might be. But, I mean, it's progress for whatever. What do we got? So he's going with a pretty similar building design, and then he's using a little bit of coloring and then a symbol or such. So E for electronics store. Try to maintain the coloring that we used before. What is that? A botanical garden. Outdoorsman store? Oh my god. I'm never going to recognize the things I want to recognize. That's the problem. I mean, on the ASCII map, I could look at this and instantly say, oh, okay, there's the electronics store, there's the hunting supply store, and so on. This map, I'm going to have to... I mean, okay, that I get. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it looks nice. I'm gonna miss the easier functionality of the ASCII map for quick reference, but that was largely because my brain... Oh yeah, I remember that one. We just went right past that one. My brain has just had several thousands hours of soaking in the ASCII version. But yeah, it's looking much better. So a lot of progress. Oh, what's the necropolis look like? Show me, where was the necropolis? I think I was already looking at it. Map. That's the necropolis right there. Yeah, looking kind of funky. The toggle explored, that's just makes it so like that. It's just so you can mark things you've already visited. I use it on the ASCII map just to indicate to my own brain that I've already targeted a location and looted it out, and there's no reason to return. I am toggling explored. I'm on the overworld map. It does the exact same thing. That's toggling. Yeah, I mean, it looks nice. I'm all for that. But I will miss the ease of visibility of the cities. It's going to drive me a little nuts. So for the moment, I am still going to we'll do a whole start with the ASCII or the new graphical map. But I'm so used to this one and scrolling over, and I mean, I can instantly know fire station, military outpost, radio station, and so on. The other map, I have to zoom in quite a ways, and I'll learn to recognize them a little better over time. But, yeah. So there you go. So we are up to date. Why am I way off center? There we go. Updated the tile set, updated the build. Yeah, let's talk about bows. So this is the Shoot and Boop series, and showing or demonstrating bows is one of the goals of the series. How they work, my issues with them. And I wanted to talk about that in combination with a comment that somebody had made on Friday. It was asked, why was I putting myself in so much danger just for a handful of carbon fiber arrows? So we're using carbon fiber hunting arrows. They are the best arrow in the game, carbon fiber hunting arrows. And I was running deep into the city trying to get to a hunting supply store, putting myself in considerable danger just to get hunting arrows. Not really just. There's also the light amp goggles possibility that I'm going there for. So I did have two reasons, but from the perspective of the questioner, they were asking, what's the big deal? So let me explain the big deal and why it's very, very important and has much more consequence than you might know. So let's play imagination. Or, if you're a visual learner, just grab a sheet of paper real fast. It's a very simple exercise. Just grab a paper and a pencil. Draw a long vertical line in your mind or on the paper. Long vertical line. So that line represents all of the enemies in the game ranked by their hit points and modified by their armor protection. So at the very bottom of that line, we're going to put ranking enemy-wise, bunny rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks, things like that. Very bottom of the list. Low hit points, no armor. Very top of the list, very top of that line, we're going to rank things like skeletal juggernauts, Kevlar hulks, and so on. Super high hit points, super high armor. So we have a vertical line, every enemy target in the game on that line somewhere, from top to bottom. All right, so now we're going to draw some hash marks on that line. And the hash marks are going to represent each bow and arrow combination that is allowed to get critical hits. So what I mean by that is if you take a self bow, short bow, one of the low end bows, and one of the low end arrows, it's going to be way down near the bottom of that line. Down near the bottom where the bunny rabbits and the squirrels are. That's the point that it's allowed to score critical hits at. Anything above it on that point, it will never ever score a critical hit. Anything below it, it is allowed to score critical hits. And the reason for this is the way the arrow bow damage is implemented is that so bows do base damage in combination with their arrow, which has a multiplier for the damage. That gives you a damage value. Bow damage multiplied by the arrow base damage multiplier gets you a number. That number has to be able to meet what is the critical threshold, which is the arbitrarily assigned, in my mind at least, value that says, I don't remember the number. It's like 20%, 25%, whatever. But you have to be able to do a certain amount of damage, certain percentage of the total hit points damage of the enemy modified by its armor. And that's what our line represents. So with a short bow and a worst arrow, you're only going to be able to critical hit, maybe even then, of a very small number of enemies. So as you go up this list, you're going to have, every time you upgrade the arrow, so same bow, but you upgrade an arrow, you get a new hash mark for that particular combination. Another new higher level arrow goes up a little bit higher, and so on. But there is a set number, period. It's a formula. Nothing else modifies it. Nothing else has to do with it. Doesn't matter what your skills are. You could be 20 archery, 20 marksmanship. Your number does not move in the slightest. It has no bearing on it. It's just bow plus arrow, gives you a number. That number goes on that list. And anything above that number, never critical hit. Below that number, you get critical hits. So in reference to the arrow I'm trying to go get, it's the best arrow in the game, has the highest damage multiplier, and it cannot be manufactured by the players. So it is find only at these rare locations, the hunting supply stores and a couple of other places. So the consequence to this is, if I run out of these and I have to craft an arrow, which is very much not going to happen anytime soon because of the whole crafting proficiency process, and just the long period of time because you have to get the metal working for the broadheads and so on. But if I have to downgrade an arrow type, the consequence is not as simple as when you see damage right here, 18, based on the wooden broadhead arrow, not the one I'm using. The one I'm using probably moves this to like 20 or 24, whatever the math is. But so the damage is 12 times 1.5, which is a wooden broadhead multiplier. But if we go to the carbon fiber, it's got 1.75, so it's a higher damage multiplier. So by dropping from 1.75 down to the broadheads, which would be the next best, the value of damage for the bow might only go from 24 down to 20 or 18, so it doesn't seem like all that much. You're only going to do 4 points less, right? No, that's not the thing that concerns me. The thing that's concerning is that by dropping from one arrow to the next lower arrow, you have, on that list I told you to draw or imagine, now dropped entire long categories of enemies that you flat can never critical hit again. So the enemy you were just fighting with the one arrow and scoring 200-point criticals, you're now scoring 18-point hits. So you didn't drop 2 or 4 points of damage, you dropped 180 points of damage. Because of the way this critical hit system works. So critical hits have a 10 times multiplier. So it's not the little tiny bit of damage that you can see from the bow arrow combination on these screens that is concerning. It's the fact that depending on what you're fighting, you may have just removed yourself from doing critical hits, and now all of a sudden it's taking you 10 shots to kill an enemy that you were before killing in 1 shot. Now that's bad enough, but then also consider breakage of arrows. If I'm taking 1 shot to kill an arrow or kill an enemy, I'm rolling once on whether that arrow is going to break. If it's going to take me 10 shots to kill the same damn enemy, barring the other problems with that, is that I'm now rolling 10 times to break arrows against the same enemy. So the breakage ratings go way, 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 way up when all of a sudden you're having to fire a huge different number of arrows. So, for this whole long conversation, hopefully it's explained well enough that you understand what I'm talking about. Getting these arrows is really important. Because if I drop categories, things get really ugly really, really quickly. And it's just bad. But that's my main issue with the archery system, is just this arbitrary assignment of a value that you have to exceed, and nothing else factors in. I just wish that they would factor skill in some way. There's 3-4 ways I can think of that it could be implemented very simply and easily that would put some emphasis on skill. But currently there's nothing like that actually implemented. You just look at the numbers and thou shalt crit or thou shalt not crit. And that's all there is to it. All right. What else? I think that's it. I think that's all of the speechifying. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, with actually doing stuff, we're a ways in now, so we can qualify for the gameplay starts at. All right. Oh, it's not. I'm not pinging you for the question. It occurred to me after I'd thought about it when this series or the stream ended last Friday that other people might not understand the situation or the circumstances behind that. So, plus people watch some episodes, not others. Some people skip forward through the YouTube videos. So I wanted to put it right up at the front of the video so that people would know and have that information handy and kind of understand how things work. All right, let's talk about what's actually going on. So we got a lot of damage. We got a lot of bandages going on. So my goal is to use the M4 to clear out any ants that get in our way. I worry that when I do that, we're going to have a flood of ants all around the lab, and getting out might be an issue. But with the way the sound is working, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't really have a choice. I have to get into this lab, and we have to hope that it's really deep and big, and, you know, it provides us with some useful stuff and some entertaining value. And then we'll deal with the ants when we have to. So, are there ants in the lab? Hell yeah, there are ants in the lab. And they're immune to my arrows. And if I go to melee, I'm rocking a whole bunch of encumbrance, so, and have no melee skills. A little bit of bash, a little bit of melee, but no real good weapons. So what do I have? I have the Home Wrecker, which is terrible. I mean, yeah, big hit, but you got to get a hit, and it's really big and slow. That's about it. I don't even have a cudgel. I got nothing made. So we're going to pray I can maintain... Ooh, do I go in rollerblades? Oh, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to rollerblade my way through. Oh, you're correct. We do have Boop-i-nator. But Boop-i-nator is a final blow kind of artifact. He's not a... He doesn't deign to inflict the initial wounds. He leaves that for other lesser weapons. He just comes in to deliver the coup de grace. So... yeah, I can't rely on Boop-i-nator for just the grunt work. He refuses to do that. So, yeah, we do have Boop-i-nator. There's the mighty Boop-i-nator, for those that have missed him. I haven't shown Boop-i-nator in a while. He's an ancient artifact, and he hungers for the souls of the damned. So, that does not include ants. He's not interested in ants, even big ones. But, yeah, he's not going to be able to hit an ant. He won't penetrate. He can't do enough damage. So we'll see. We'll see. It's getting tougher and tougher to find opportunities for Boop-i-nator. With the evolution settings and the time that has passed now, it's getting rough. So we're going to have to rely on the rifle. And just sound consequences up top here be damned. Let's get rid of the gas mask. I'll come back up and grab it if it looks like we might need it. So we'll ditch that. We'll ditch... yeah, let's ditch all this stuff. Let's make it simple. Yeah, I'll go with the I'll see, we got blunt skill. And I've got a combat knife. I might make a cudgel or something. But yeah, we have Heelys and rollerblades. I'm tempted. It's just that usually what's going to happen, the danger point is going to be I open a door and I'm instantly hit and knocked down. So the time I save, it's not really as critical in the lab. It can be. So I'm tempted to maybe switch to the Heelys so I can turn them off and on for circumstances. Yeah, let's do that. Let's switch to the Heelys. Where are you doing? Steel-toed boots. Goodbye, steel-toed boots. Pair of Heelys off. Okay, we're going to go with the Heelys and the rifle, with the combat knife as a backup, even though we have very little piercing experience. Next thing I need to do is decide... I think I might give up the golf bag temporarily. Let's go with a leather backpack instead. Hey, leather backpack. I'm going to make you all sexy and stuff. Here's how you make a leather backpack sexy. We're going to give it a priority of 51. Then we're going to unload the golf bag. Stop wielding it? Why would I? Oh, because it's trying to unload more. Wear it. Now, do I put it back? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we got a couple things. I have a crowbar. I had long items in there that wouldn't go into the backpack, which is why we got that response. Let's just... I want to keep the compound bow, but without the golf bag, I can't stick it in the backpack. And I can't wear it. That's a problem. Let's just go without the bow for now. We'll leave that and the quiver here. Take a look around with the rifle. to at least clear the first little area. Alright, goodbye golf bag. How much space do we got over there? 173. Alright, I gotta stop dumping stuff in that one. So, we've got 2 full mags to go with a mostly full mag. We got rid of most of my encumbering stuff. So 34 torso still. Oh, that's right. I forgot we got the ballistic vest going, don't we? I'm okay with that. We'll stick with that for now. Let's see. What else? Oh, we don't need a shovel with us. Don't need the MP3 player right now. Go away, ant. I think that's it. Oops, forgot to reload my flashlight. No battery to reload my flashlight. Okay, we're all set. So we know when we step downstairs, we got dogs. Not sure how many more there are going to be down there. There's one acid dog. Oh, we had a rename? Rename an item. How about rename the leather backpack to bondage bag or sexy time bag? Your choice. I get a choice. Is this a combat knife kind of thing? Right. Leather backpack. Nope. This is a permanent marker thing. Let's go with sexy time bag. There you go. Love me the leather backpacks. Don't discount leather backpacks, folks. Let me explain why for players newer to the game. Leather backpacks, one of my favorites, tried and true. Here is the reason. Yeah, it's got carry capacity. I mean, it's not the best, it's not the most or the longest, but for general use when you're doing initial looting in a dangerous area, where I expect to do a fair amount of combat and possibly melee combat, it's important because it has a lower average coverage value than most other backpacks. That means it's going to get hit less when your torso gets hit because it's got a lower value. So if you don't know how combat works, when your body location takes a hit, it starts from the outermost layer and works inward. It checks each layer and each item, and it rolls dice. So when my torso gets hit, and it's sexy time, backpack time, it rolls dice. If it rolls 31 or higher, the damage just doesn't touch this thing. So that's important because it's kind of important for 2 reasons, depending on what you actually want. What I'm using it for is to avoid the backpack getting damaged. If it doesn't get hit, it can't get damaged, won't get shredded like some of the larger backpacks. That's why your duffel bags and Super Mondo Mega hiking backpacks and so on, they get shredded a lot because they have a high coverage value. Every time you get hit in the torso, they're getting hit as well. Then the damage is getting checked to see if it tears it and gets ripped apart. So by having a lower coverage value, it gets less hits, so it's going to stick around longer. In addition to that, it's got higher protection values, so more damage that does occur gets mitigated by the protection values. So it has less chance, even when it gets hit, of actually receiving enough damage to cause it to lose any durability. So it has 2 things going for it, and it tends to stay on your back longer. So it just depends on what you're after. If you're after durability and longevity for your backpack, if you're not picking every goddamn thing up in the game world, it works pretty well. If you're Super Mondo Pack Rat, then you've got to, go get some help and then consider what backpacks you're wearing. But do not just complain that your backpack's getting destroyed all the time without understanding why. It's always a trade-off. It's understand the mechanics and then make your own decisions. Do you want lots of carry capacity but have to deal with, oh crap, my backpack's about to fall apart and all my crap's going to hit the ground? Or do you want less capacity and make it stick around longer? So I like leather backpacks. I switch back and forth between them depending on circumstances. If I was out in the open and I could control the engagement and I was a ranged combat specialist, I go with the heavy, big, bulky ones because torso encumbrance matters nothing and I can carry a bunch of fun crap, and I'm not getting into melee combat very often, so my backpacks aren't getting damaged usually. But in this kind of close encounter environment, especially when I'm first going in, I expect I'm probably going to be getting some melee, getting some hits, and I don't want to lose my precious golf bag, so I'm going to switch to the leather backpack. So just think about your circumstances and adapt appropriately. Okay, so that is why I did the switch out there. How are we going to deal with this? I'm tempted just to sit in here for a day and heal up, honestly. If I just had glasses, I would do it. I would just read for a day, but I can't do that really. I don't want to spend more time not doing it. All right, let me jump back through chat here, make sure I got all the questions, and then we'll get rolling. Mod in 1 point of damage for each different enemy you boop to death. I could. We might do something like that. We'll have a Boop-i-nator 2, Return of Boop. But we'll do Boop-i-nator again at some point. We'll do something a little funner. I'll have to find the exact entry I have to mod in order to adapt it in such a way. Heelys are OP. Oh, I beg to contradict. I'm really annoyed about why they're not OP. I think it's totally stupid, but I have to live with the way they are currently. So, Heelys are the least stable of the 3 types. Least, by a significant degree. Which drives me bonkers. It drives me bonkers. Rollerblades are considered more stable than Heelys, which I just don't understand. But that's how they're coded. So you have a much higher chance of getting knocked down with deployed Heelys than you do with the other 2. So, yes, they very much have an instability issue. And I hate it. I yelled about it, I don't understand it, but it's still that way, apparently. Boop-i-nator 2, Electric Boopaloo. I like it. Let me copy and paste it. I shall steal the name. Info. Hold on a second. I'll have to do a point contest for naming series. Where am I gonna put this? I guess just under general CDDA info for now will do. Hopefully I remember it's there. Okay. No, this is just outright theft. Just theft. Just thievery. No need to get the nasty lawyers involved. You know, this is just good, clean thievery. Electric scooters? Yeah, we got scooters. Electric scooters? I don't know if we have electric scooters. I think we do. You mean that? The electric scooter? Yeah, we got electric scooters. Not as fun as golf carts. Golf carts are still the best. Those are electric also. Can they fold and go on your... I don't think it's that kind of scooter now. Alright. So yeah, I was considering sticking around and healing up, but I have nothing to do with the time since I can't read. So we're going to risk at least an initial entry. We got to avoid the dog pack, not let them get us trapped. And then shoot them down so we can clear our entry point at least. Okay. Played this game for 2 years and never seen a scooter? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Seatbelt. Hold on. Alright, Mr. Never Seen a Scooter. Go watch that. 2 minutes of your life you'll never get back. I'll wait. I'll wait. You guys go. You go watch that if you haven't seen it. That's all I need to say. I won't do anything without until you get back. I'll just sit here and look at my inventory. I still need to review it anyway. Combat knife, gun. I should bring some spare bullets, just in case we really need to go to town. Bullets, please. I need some bullets. Let's just grab 90 spare rounds. 3 reloads. Oh yeah, how many, we've got 20 broadheads, 10 bodkin. That's my backups. Oh crap. We've got 30 total carbon fiber. I'm worried about losing my quiver also. That's another part I'm kind of worried about. Minimize that screen. Ugh, too many cables and cords running around. All right, let's go ahead and head on in. This first point is going to be the tough point if the dogs are all still here. All right, they're here, but they're separated, which is good. It will take them a moment to get through the door and the fencing. I can use that to my advantage. So we're going to run. He got a nibble on me anyway. Alright, now we're going to wait for them to come through that. We're going to shoot them as they do. Alright, perfect. Oh, yeah. Alright. 1 nibble. Now we gotta wait for this stupid acid. Let's drag the corpse over a space. Butcher it. Or dismember it. So, acid. If you kill an acid enemy, do not step onto in order to smash or pulp it. And don't smash acid corpses, of course. Just use the advanced inventory, like I just did, to move it from one space to under you. Then butcher, and choose dismember corpse. Only takes 24 seconds, which is not much longer than a smashing action takes. And protects you from the acid. Whoops. Where else am I hearing smashing from? We got blobs. Hey, the doors have changed. Okay. Need to go away, acid. You're in my way. So, we are in. We're hoping... So, no ants so far. That's lucky. Not be much in here. Don't need to deal with the blobs. So, north, south, east, and west. Let's go south first. That's closest to my current spot. Any sound? No sound. Alright, let's go ahead and activate the Heelys. So, if you're not aware of Heelys and their benefits, you watch my movement number. So this is how much speed or how many movement action points I have each round to spend. This is how much I spent the previous round. So if I move, you can see it's costing me 82 to walk with the Heelys activated. Turn the Heelys off again, meaning retract the wheels back. Now it's down to 96. So I'm saving 14 movement or action points by using the Heelys. So I'm faster. The downside being, if I have them turned on, and anything hits me, I have a much higher chance of getting knocked down on my ass. And then I have to spend a round or two down while I struggle to get back up while they're gnawing on me. So... very important not to let anything get adjacent to you if you've got them activated. The benefit to Heelys is you can simply turn them on and turn them off. That's very easy. So you've got a negative consequence of the knockdown is much higher, but you got the positive that you can just flip them on and off easily. Rollerblades are the fastest. You get the best movement ability off of rollerblades, but with rollerblades and roller skates, you have to actually fully remove the footwear entirely, which takes a much longer time. So if you're in a chase situation, you may not be able to, and then you have to move over rough ground, which has a much, much higher movement cost. So that's the other consequence for rolled footwear, is if you go off the smooth surfaces, then it costs a crazy amount of movement points, and you'll be super slow. So you got to make a decision. For me, it's always either Heelys or rollerblades. I never usually bother to pick up roller skates. They're the bastard stepchild that has no real advantage, that can't be bettered by the other two. Rollerblades are faster, and they both have to be removed entirely, so rollerblades are better in that way. And then Heelys are slower than both of the others, but they do give you an advantage, and they're easily switched. So you make your own decision, but just, as always, be aware. Hey, we have achieved Shoggoth. Hey there, Mr. Shoggoth. How you doing, sexy? I can only see 5 eyeballs. How many eyeballs can you see in the Shoggoth one? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's a belly button. Or a sphincter. I'm not sure which. An anus. It's one of them. Who knows? Let loose. Ooh, I gotta be a little cautious there. I don't think the brute and the zombie combined can break that, but I could be wrong. Hey there, guys. See, this is where I need my bow. These are the targets I can use my bow on. Now that we're actually out and about, I might go back and get the bow. Whoa! Nice. Well, dude. Bye already. That's kind of rude. No thanks. What you got? A wallet. Hey, look, an ID card. Scientists in the science lab have ID cards. It's amazing. I kind of wish they would break out. That way I wouldn't have to listen to them. I have no skills to hack a computer, so I can't let them out easily. Do I go? I haven't seen any ants yet. I'm trying to figure out, did something change? Do we not have ants in the ant labs now? We already found our way down, so we can get off the floor. Why are you still banging on the window? I'm not over there anymore. I'm gonna forget I have Heelys on. Don't worry, I will absolutely forget. Alright, so we might be on the western edge of this particular lab. Yeah, we're definitely on the eastern edge. God dang it, why can I never get those right? Let's back off. Use that speed we've got. Hey now. 4 shots to kill a stupid grappler? What were those hits? 33, 25? Youch. That's way too much. Way too much. I don't have an infinite supply of bullets. I rushed the entry, and I should have killed the turret with a grenade or something. I was a little worried about, again, the noise and the ants. That would have given me all the bullets. So hopefully we get another turret opportunity here in the lab. I'm trying to think. We have parkour and Heelys. How does other than the knockdown, does parkour offset Heelys, or is the negative from the Heelys stronger than the positive from the parkour? I don't know the actual values offhand. Huh. Nowhere to go but north. That's not a good sign. Couple of goop hits. Use those. Experimental mutant. Full strength. He's fairly quick. And running away. Hey, look at that. A scalpel we'll never use. So we'll have to bring a jackhammer down or a torch down to open these things. Mutant came out of here. I can make my atomic lamp. Flashlights, radios, messenger bags. Has battery. Terrible battery. And middling battery. Which kind is this anyway? Oh, that's right. I can't even read the screen. It's kind of weirding me out. Some of these doors are open that I haven't opened myself. Giant web spider. No, don't run away. I don't want you to be... What the? All the damn doors are open. Oh, crap. Heelys. Heelys. Here. No, I don't want you to teleport. You interrupted my attempt to bandage. Ooh. No. What the hell? The zombie hollow's arms hit your torso. Ah, they hit the Asapi vest. That's funny. You lose your balance while being hit. I totally did not mean to open the damn door. This is going just fabulous. Yeah, all these open doors are freaking me out. Whoa, run mode. Come on. Holy crap. That was a lot of bullets. We are empty. Still can't read. So, out. Terminal. Out. Terminal. Damn it, this is exactly what I fear. Open door, get knocked down. I'm only barely faster than him in the Heelys. Dead end. Going through too many bullets for tiny little zombies. So maybe it runs north further than I thought. Syringe and some mutated arms and legs. Yummy. This is probably a barracks. Nope, apparently not. Who's down there? Black Ops and a security guard. Let's not deal with them quite yet. Not the type I need. Mentioned earlier, I couldn't remember the type of glasses I had found prominently in labs. I had mentioned sunglasses. I'm kind of worried that's all I'm going to find. So I still think that's going to go to an endpoint room. Because there's nothing else. Yeah, that's got to go to an endpoint room. I just have to get rid of the zombies. Alright, we'll hold off on that for the moment. Uh-oh. We got sound. Let's back up. Head back. Back. We got like four stairs down already. A lot of options. Go this way. Oh, game. Why you gotta do this to me? Ursine. Do we want to be, you know, Ursine? And another terminal. I've got a way up and around and down and around. All right, let's supply the appropriate solution to this problem. All right, let that take care of itself. I gotta go back and do an ammo count. We've already blown through one magazine. How many did I have, roughly? Yeah, I only got 130 more rounds. And another mag. Inventory here. I think we'll keep going as is. Should have checked to see how the ants were distributed. Let's go do that. A lot of gunfire going on. How you guys doing? Yeah, there's a bit of clustering going on. Probably over top of the point where I last fired my gun. I guess I could use that. I didn't even think about that. So I could go into the lab, move to a room like up here, fire the gun to draw ants away from the entrance. Then walk over, go back up top, get in my vehicle, and then drive off. I hadn't thought of that. I forgot that they position based on your actual underground location. So yeah, we should be okay. We can work ourselves out of that. Hadn't considered that part. Alright. Keep exploring. Wait a minute. Oh, that was the guy in the containment. Let's finish going this direction. That doesn't look good. We got blobs. A portal. So we got a portal room, and then we have a separate fungal room. And there is another door going to the east. That's also going to be an endpoint. But I got no way to get to it. That's not... maybe I can go through there. But the blobs are going to be a problem. Otherwise I'd have to climb over wreckage, which I don't want to do. Especially in Heelys. Turn them off and then do it. Let's wait on this as well. Auto dock. Is it going to be a friendly nurse? 2 scientists, huh? Three scientists. Alright, let's bring them into a better fire zone. Where I can't get surrounded. No, you stupid scientists! You were so close! Antidepressants. Still no sign of any glasses. Yet another stare down. Hey there, Nurse Spot. I can't get into you right now. And the bigger problem is I can't keep her in the room. Maybe if I'm strong enough to grab the shelf. Can you move a display rack? I don't think I've ever tried dragging a display rack. If I could move the display rack into the door position to block the nurse spot. If it's a friendly nurse, I need to... Which it is? I believe that's the friendly version. One way you can tell is the color of the name. Actually, the white one... I can't remember. One's got a slightly grayer name than the other. I don't have any CBMs for this one to try to remove. Nothing we need to worry about anyway for a while. Another door to the east. More stairs down. Give me gauze and bandages. Sure like these things. Oops. A lot of bathrooms. So we've got infinite water. We've got a sleeping spot, but we've also got fungus, which I'm trying to burn out. We've got a portal, which may or may not be a continuing problem. We got ants on top of us. This is just full of all the fun stuff. We're gonna hit an endpoint out this direction at some point. Regular mutagen. I'm gonna probably just start drinking this stuff. Just for funsies. Slime. Just to spice up the adventure. Cargo pants. How are my cargo pants currently? I am not wearing cargo pants. I thought I was wearing cargo pants. I am wearing cargo pants. Damaged cargo pants. These are poor fit. Maybe. And another stair down. This one might break the record for numbers of stairs down. Man, we're up to like 10 or so. These guys are just bullet sponges. Hate to waste the bullets. Who's in the wind or in the area? Tough zombie. Whoa! I forgot. God damn it. I talked about this guy. I talked about him, how he's supposed to be rare.